LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care. He's old.
Dillon Brooks has emerged as one of the best role players today in the NBA. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, 100 Points. And today I wanted to cover Dillon Brooks. Now, Dillon Brooks has had somewhat of a bad reputation in the NBA over the current years. He's been known as overrated. He's been known as a shot chucker. He's been known as a distraction to a team. But all these opinions right now about Dillon Brooks are seeming to be very false. Dillon Brooks has affected winning everywhere he has been. You think about the Grizzlies, you think about the Rockets, you think about the Suns. He was winning in all three of those spots, and he was a big part of why. His defensive intensity every night is always there. He isn't afraid to take that villain role, and we need more players like Dillon Brooks in the NBA today. A little back history about Dillon Brooks. He did play for the Memphis Grizzlies, but they forced him out after the abysmal series with the Lakers. Now, in the series against the Lakers, Dillon Brooks shot 31% from the field, averaging 10 points per game. He also made some comments about LeBron James that really didn't end well. LeBron had a monster game on the Memphis Grizzlies after those comments, and that was basically the last straw for Memphis. They said, we don't want anything to do with Dillon Brooks. We're not re-signing him. The social media world was in a frenzy. People were saying that Dillon Brooks was going to end up with the Shanghai Sharks. I mean, what type of a joke is that, man? Brooks is too good of a basketball player to just end up overseas after one bad playoff series. So the Houston Rockets gave Brooks a chance, giving him a 4-year, $80 million deal. Now in Houston, Dillon Brooks turned into one of the premier 3-and-D players in the NBA. He averaged 14 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, shooting a career-high 39% from the three. You can see the attention to detail on the defensive end, and no matter what team Dillon Brooks ends up on, the defensive effort for each of those teams goes up tremendously. Dillon Brooks is a leader, and he is a true enforcer for any NBA team that he's on. During his tenure with the Houston Rockets, he did shoot less mid-range shots, but that is not the case for the new and improved Dillon Brooks this season. Dillon Brooks this season is averaging 21 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 46% from the field, 35% from three, 84% from the free throw line, and 53% effective shooting. If you have been watching the Phoenix Suns this season, you can see that he has taken a new role. He is a secondary ball handler alongside Devin Booker, but he has also stepped up being a shot creator for the Phoenix Suns, which we are definitely not used to seeing from Dillon Brooks. He's attempting more mid-ranges. He's driving to the basket more. He's creating shots without them being assisted. Only 30% of Dillon Brooks' shots from the two-point range are assisted. That means that he's creating a lot of shots on his own, which goes back to the exceptional mid-range shooting that he has acquired this season. When we talk about Dillon Brooks of the Phoenix Suns, he shoots 22% of his shots from 10 to 16 feet away from the basket, which is a mid-range shot, but he is shooting a career-high 47% from 10 to 16 feet from the basket. Dillon Brooks has also improved his inside scoring as he is shooting 74% from 0 to 3 feet from the basket, another career high for Brooks. What I truly like about Dillon, though, is that he backs down to no one. Back in the day, the NBA was so competitive. There were players who truly did not like each other. I feel like that is a lost art in the NBA today. It seems like there's more friendly hoops going on. When we watch Kobe play, Kobe literally hated who he was going against. He took every matchup personal. I'm not calling Dillon Brooks Kobe Bryant by any means, but he has that mentality of not backing down from his opponent. He wants to guard the best player every night. They asked him about LeBron James the other day when they played the Lakers, and he literally said, I'm not going to be one of those players that bows down to him. And I love that about Dillon Brooks. He is going to bring that intensity on the defensive end every single night. He's going to annoy the best player on the team. There are so many players that don't like Dillon Brooks. I mean, you could think DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James. He's had his issues with Donovan Mitchell in the past, but you need an enforcer on the team. You need someone like Dillon Brooks who can really be the villain. It is just so impressive what type of scorer Dillon Brooks has become this season. I mean, knocking down a three-point shot right there against his former team. He is just an evolved scorer. You can see he loses the ball from Jaren right here, but this is the 74% from close range that I'm talking about, 0 to 3 feet. He has developed a really soft touch around the rim. And DB is going to push it down right here, has Cam Spencer on him, does a really nice move right there and gets to a floater, mid-range type of shot. It is just so impressive. I've never seen him operate like this with the basketball. He's usually been a spot-up shooter, a type of guy who just waits for somebody to create the shot for him. And this season, he has just taken a whole new approach. He is literally creating his own shots. He's very fluid with his jumper this season. And it's just helping the Phoenix Suns tremendously. Guys, we got to think, Before the season started, the Phoenix Suns were only projected to win 30 games. 30 games. They are already at 23, 38 games into the year, 23-15. And this guy is a big reason of why they are 23-15. I mean, just look at how Dillon Brooks is scoring the basketball. Pull up three-pointer, bang, bang, bang. Like, come on, guys. What are we watching here? We are seeing a role player evolve into what is a second option for a playoff contending team right now. It is really unbelievable to watch. I'm so happy for Dillon Brooks because he's been criticized heavily his whole career for being a guy that really takes pride in being the villain, which the NBA needs more of. I totally agree with that. The Phoenix Suns are half a game behind the Rockets. They're a game behind the Lakers. I really don't like what I've been seeing from the Lakers lately, and I definitely have not liked what I've seen from the Rockets. So it is very believable to think that the Phoenix Suns are going to avoid the play in the season. It's very possible. But the fact that they were only projected to win 30 games this season blows my mind. And the front office of the Phoenix Suns deserves a pat on the back for what they have put together. Dillon Brooks has definitely earned his place in Phoenix. And it's actually crazy because the owner of the Phoenix Suns denied all trade rumors for Dillon Brooks. He said Dillon is not going anywhere. There were some rumors about the Lakers trying to acquire Dillon Brooks, which is kind of weird seeing that LeBron James is on the team. I don't know how they would be teammates, even though it is a professional business. But that just lets you know that the Phoenix Suns really value Dillon Brooks. They're not trying to move him as a piece. They're not trying to move him for money reasons, anything like that. They really believe in him as a player. And I truly think that he deserves that trust from the Phoenix Suns organization. So shout out to DB. I really love seeing him emerge from the villain of the NBA to a hero for a franchise. So it's your boy 100 Points. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm out. Peace.